Hello everyone, today I want to restate what I said 2 days ago. As was mentioned in the last video, I couldn't fall asleep and I just wanted to share something on the spur of the moment. So I talked about what is true knowledge and what is effective learning. So here is the theory that I come up with. There is this triangle. So at one point is I, or is you, and the second point is the knowledge, and the third point is real world or reality. So I put up this theory because if you set up this triangle, if you create these connections between you and your knowledge and the real world, that means that you apply what you learned in real life. In other words, you are interacting with the real world, with the knowledge you learned, and you will get the result in return. So by doing that, you are testifying the knowledge, you're using the knowledge. So this is true knowledge, or you may even update your knowledge through this process. And sadly, what is more prevalent among most Chinese students is that there's this triangle of I, knowledge, and test. Yeah, all Chinese students study for tests. And that means they can't really testify the truth of the knowledge. They can only know if or not they get the marks based on their answers. However, tests or questions on paper are not equivalent with problems in real life. So the result could be most students, when they graduate, cannot handle real life problems because they never train themselves to solve the problems in life. They are just trained to solve those questions on paper efficiently. So that's why their triangle is not solid and will break down soon. So then I'll ask the question, why waste so much time on learning false knowledge? Right? It does not make sense. Why we're spending our most precious youth time on learning fake knowledge? So I'm calling for action that we should all learn real knowledge in real life. For example, when you are learning English, you should think about, after I learn this word or sentence, how can I use it in my real life? After I learned the phrase, for example, on the spur of the moment, I learned it in the TV series I watched. Then I think of a situation where I could use this phrase. So I used it in this video at the start of this video. So this is our goal, to use what we learn, right? Not to use a bunch of useless things to fill our brain or just try to appear successful because we have high marks. That is all vanity. And I think that's pointless to just spend so much our valuable time on something that may not be useful. So that's my point, and I hope you could really take the end as the start and start to think when you're learning how this knowledge looks like in real life. How can I implement this in our life to change your life for the better?